Good afternoon, everybody. Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. We are out for a day 3 test, this time a solo test with the OM7P. So far I've had help on both adventures with Tim. Now I'm trying to do this on my own, see how this works. I do have the Pocket 3 on me as well, and the mic minis to both devices. So, and I got a doggone potty, which is one of the problems that we're going to run into with this thing. Wow, 2 trains in one quick run. Oh good, the mic connected. Alrighty. What do you say, kids? Should we walk a little bit? So this isn't going to be the only stop I want to try with this today. I'm thinking either Southside or Callie's Garden. But I can tell you right now, the OM7P has gotten 2 extra tests versus the 6 did the last time. I mean, I did buy that 3 times, so I guess I'd need to figure out how many videos I really tried. But I figure we'll try to get some ice of the river, because once you get past the dam here a little bit, it's icy. Right now we are in the native camera. The first clip was actually in the Mimo app, so a little bit of a going back and forth throughout the day as well, because of having the zoom lever and figuring that out yesterday, that if you zoom prior to recording, you do switch lenses. So important to note. Alright, and now I've turned down the enclosure camera is facing direct correction. What? I don't even know what the hell that means. So okay, just for giggles here, let's pop out the kickstand that's on this thing and we'll level you off. There's Mr. Sun. So without stopping the recording, just want to see if you see a lens. Yeah, see, there's no lens switch. Or was there? I wonder if you stop at it, if it then does. Okay, now for sure it switched. So is it any clearer right now? Stay, guys. Stay. 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 It's okay. It's okay. It's a baby puppy. I'm baby. He needs a baby puppy. He needs a baby pit bull. Look like a pit. Okay, my question is, does it come back from 5X? Switching lenses not supported for 4K 60. Okay, so once you're out to 5, you're stuck there. Yeah, so once you're out to 5, you are stuck. When you're in 0.5, you're stuck. You can go to 1, you can't go beyond that. Yeah. So, definitely some weird little caveats with the whole zooming thing. You got to be very mindful, and that's why I want to kind of make this more of a solo vlogging test. Now, I don't have the Action 5 with me. I only have the Pocket 3 with me. Don't know if I'm going to pull it out or not, to be honest with you. So I was actually thinking about some things to recommend, you know, this system over, say, the Action 5, the Pocket 3. If you are on a low budget, you have a phone, I would recommend a Samsung or an iPhone. So far, I haven't looked more into the Pixel to figure out how to get that to work better. The Mimo app worked, but the native camera did not. Now, with Tim's S24 Ultra, he could actually zoom with the controls, whereas I can't in the native camera app. So that's something to be mindful of. So my thinking is, you want to get started, or you're already making videos but you don't have a control or, you know, a gimbal, you want a smoother footage, you want to be able to, you know, go out and vlog, you know, the OM7 is a great device for that. Right now, the feature I'm using is the fact that you can rotate the back cameras to you and use the better sensors, the better cameras to film you while vlogging. However, what I will say is it is much more conspicuous, where this is much more inconspicuous size-wise. And it's the same thing, 1-inch sensor dedicated, but you get more zoom range if you have the upper end cameras. So if you just have a basic phone with, you know, it's going to matter on the device you have versus the Pocket 3 is going to be a 1-inch sensor. It's definitely going to be, in my opinion, slightly better than the phone anyway. That's why I've completely switched off of it. Does this have a place in my camera bag? Potentially. I mean, I've been using it the last couple days. Now, granted, right now, I have the gimbal vertical, so the camera is whatever arm length is. You do have an extension. You can tilt it, so you can put yourself out a bit further as well, which, you know, if you have accessories for the Pocket 3, you can technically do this. The kickstand / handle extension comes in kind of nice for better gripping. Now, yesterday, what I had with the Action 5 remote connected, strapped onto this, I couldn't reach the record button or any of the controls with that in my way. But I wanted to be able to film the unit doing its job. So, okay, quit looking at me. Let's flip you around here. Oh, it's tracking me, isn't it? There we go. Right, now we can see what we came. Geez, was I even recording that entire clip? I don't even know if I recorded anything. It was recording. Whew, thank God, I must have hit the button when not thinking. So the little module, the tracking module, which also is your mic mini receiver. I did try the mic 2s, did not work, did not connect. Yeah, see, now that I'm recording, so yeah, you can't go back to the 0.5 lens or to the 5x lens while recording, but you can get there. So, kind of sucks that you can't do it in one motion, but the fact that you can do it does make it helpful. Now, right now I'm kind of running like in a flashlight mode because I have the thing fully extended and I have it angled, I think, all the way back. I'm doing wide angle right now. I will maybe get a little bit closer on this. All right, so we're just going to go to 2x. So the wire that connects the tracking module to the phone, which is kind of a bummer that they have to do it that way, but it's flexible, but it's also got like a memory to it in a way. You can bend it into a certain position so you don't catch the gimbal. You want it towards you. And there is a dedicated way that you're supposed to plug it in. There's actually a little icon of the module on one tip versus the other one. So right now we're in the 2x. Should be just the native. But I'll stop here a second and we'll go out to this little spot where it's water. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, did not switch lenses. Stop the recording, restart the recording, and now we are on the dedicated 5x lens. Did you see a clarity bump? And I do have my gimbal running in slow speed for these zoom shots. It's really neat though how it's, you gotta just remember with 5x panning, you do not want to move fast. You will give people nauseated. Oh, that's like almost straight across from us. Little inlet there. Really cool looking. All right. It is beautiful out today. I didn't even bother mentioning that. We have a beautiful 47 degrees going up to 50-degree day. So minus 30 would be 17 divided by 2 would be like 8 degrees Celsius out. It is beautiful out right now. I don't have you tracking me there. Now you're tracking me. But the tracking is on slow. So if I move real fast, it's going to lose me probably. Oh, someone dropped their poop bag, Mateo. Maybe if we're nice, we'll pick it up. Oh, crap, there was a trash can back there for his. That's okay. So once again, we do the RiverWalk, and we've got some sort of an extended gimbal type thing for the cameras. I might have tested one of them over here before. I know darn well, though, poor Wildwood has gotten all the OMs tested. And the, what is bubbling? Took me a minute to get the, we're full out. Got out to the 5X, got recording. But right there, something was like literally bubbling. Oh, there's a duck or something over there swimming away. Wonder if he jumped in. Oh, too high. There he is. Yeah, it's a little tricky when you're zoomed out to get right on something sometimes with this, because there is a little bit of a drift. And that goes for up and down as well as side to side. All right, I think for this particular little jaunt, I think we're going to call it right here at the fence line. Let me just bring you around here one more time. This is the Mimo app, 1X lens. All right, there we are, 5X, and we can get all the way out to the Market Street Bridge. See what I mean, though? It's a fine tune, especially when you're zoomed, on how far it drifts a lot faster with the zoom than it does. Let's just see how 8X looks. Because we're actually, so right, I don't know if I'm going to get there, right here is the wall of the dam. So it's dropping off right there. So the remainder of the old dam is sitting not quite in the center because it's hard to line up. Right, see, it kept drifting. It's almost center right now. Alrighty, late start to today. I've been sitting around watching YouTube videos. I did lay down with, I didn't know Priya was she on the chair? I think she was. Oh, I think a bug just landed on me and I just squished it on the back of my neck. That was awesome. Alright, so with warmer weather we get bugs. So one thing to note too is if you've enabled, so triple check spins it around, single click on the trigger tracks you. You have to turn the tracking off prior to being able to spin it back to face the other way. So it's 1 click, then 3 clicks, but you got to give it kind of a pause. It will not spin around if it's set up to track you. So something that I've had to learn here in the last couple days. Single click, triple click, and we're back around. And we got little man. A little breezy. I think we're not sure if we're walking into the wind or away from it now. I think we're walking into it. It's all right. Not too bad out. It's like I got to get them out. It is, you know, almost 50 degrees. Yeah, that breeze is definitely coming at us now. So this will be a good mic test for decent wind. Now granted, they are behind my sweatshirt, so I don't usually ever have the mics exposed, plus I always have the dead cats on. Alright, so single click is to lock tracking, so technically I can do that and it should, okay, 2 clicks recenters you, should be able to lock on Priya. Okay. And then triple click spins it around. But if it's tracking something, it will not spin around. Now I think you can adjust the composition. Yep, you can still use the whatchamacallit to bring her more in the center, right, left, top, bottom. So after you get her tracking, then you can adjust how you want your subject to be tracked. Right now she's basically centered. If I want to bring the cameras this way, she's over to the left. Yeah. But yeah, so you got single click for track lock, double click to recenter, which it won't do while it's tracking, triple click to spin around, which it won't do while it's tracking. So single click turns tracking off, and then I can bring it back up. Now that was the one that Tim was having problems getting it to do last night. That's what he was talking about. His was just not, he was just looking down. I don't exactly know what he was pressing. Because mine seems to not have a problem. And we thought mine was the one that was actually faulty. So now it's not letting me kind of look around, not unlock. That's weird. I'm gonna have to kind of swing it around a little bit here. There it goes. See if we can lock on little man. All right. Lock on the little dog. As I pull the camera over further, it just stays on him, even though I'm not, it's moving itself. All right. Ooh, that was weird. Very heavy winds right now. Oh! There it goes. So I finished cleaning the room. I've just put a lot of stuff in the totes for right now. There's just a lot of little odds and ends stuff I just didn't know what to do with. On that little stool, I had a Pepsi towel and that tapestry, I think of a sunset or something. I picked them up to throw them in the tote, and there was the remote control for the moon and the hand warmers. Put them on the charger. I thought, 50 degrees, I won't need them today. Kind of wish I had them right now, but I did finally find them. They are no longer missing. Yay! I get done telling you got to do a single click. I forget tracking is on. The nice thing is when you're using the Mimo app, there is a red light on the back of the gimbal that lets you know you're recording. So that's convenient. So you know when it's actually working. Because honestly, the sound when it's plugged in all like this and the wind is blowing, very hard to hear. And it probably helps if you turn the volume up on your device. It's still not very loud. I feel like it's a very quiet chime when it's plugged into all this. All right, this is nice that you can do this type of shot. And I'm just in PFV, which is, I think that's follow mode. Because I know on the other gimbal, if I lock the one setting, it works better because it doesn't drift out of, you know, the angle you want up and down. This one doesn't seem to do that too much. Priya, leave that alone. Leave the bag alone, Bubby. Leave it alone. All right, we're gonna go to another park. You wanna do Callie's Garden? See some more water? Up, 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 up. Come here, come here, come here. Come on, Priya. Get a nice shot of the dam. This is the neat thing. With trying to do this handheld, yeah, definitely a lot more shaky and difficult to keep it level trying to shoot like a walking while getting like, I guess a walk by would be. So the only other thing I can say between the Pocket, the Action versus this setup is there is just a little bit extra setup. It's definitely nowhere near as bad as back in the days with the shift cam and then get the roads connected. I mean, you do have to make sure that the minis connect to the transmitter. That's something I need to kind of figure out if you need to turn the module on. It did hook up finally to it, but seeing the little buttons, and that also controls the flashlight, the fill light, which I need to get out and test. See how the fill light, you know, works in a real world situation. So, and the one thing with having the dogs and stuff is, you know, they go to the bathroom. On this particular hill where Mateo went, there was no way I was going to pop out the tripod legs and set it down and it was going to stand up on a hill. Level surface, you can get away with that. So I basically had to fold it up. Because it was facing this way, it was set up wrong. You want to make sure it's spun back around the other way. Otherwise, it doesn't lock into into the holder right. I don't know where you're drifting. Mateo, come here. Come here. Got a car coming. Got a car coming. Yeah, and it kept trying to come back on because it was spun the wrong way. So that was a little bit of a trick. Okay, little bit of a river walk, got some ice. I'm concerned about how Callie's garden might be for traction, but I think we're gonna stop there next, and if that's bad, we might just go over to south side and take a little walk just to keep them out, because Terry is napping. She doesn't work tonight, so taco salads for dinner. Priya, that's not your car. And but give this thing day 3 of testing. We'll see what other little things I can find. So far, I've been using Mimo app more than I've used the native. I did not like doing that. I should have leveled the camera off to give it a little bit better balance. But I set up on the roof of this car because I got no trunk. I was thinking, oh, I can just use the trunk. Yeah, I don't have one in this one. So, all right, Southside was not my first choice. Unfortunately, all the other parks seem to be very frozen still. And so this is where our second stop is going to be. Looks like we do have a little bit of an icy path up here, but I think we'll be able to get away with it. We're going to switch back over to the native app. Oh, this is yeah, this is kind of deep. This is where Priya was, Mateo's walking on ice. Come on! Yeah, this thing doesn't like certain turns. Kind of like the Pocket. Oh God, I don't like this at all. I don't want to be in the mud either, but it's safer than being in what I'm in. Mateo, that's your second pee of the day, or pee of this walk already. Okay. Well, doesn't look like it's going to want to follow them, so let's get this skyline here. Let's recenter you. There you go. Not much to... Not very pretty out, that's for sure. Priya, thank you, Priya. She was wrapping me up. Okay, we're just gonna do, like I said, this is kind of basically what it would be like in the day of the life with one of these things, trying to run around with it. What I like about the DJI versus the Flows, besides the fact of the construction material, is the ergonomics. It definitely is, I feel like, way better ergonomic wise. Get the tracker on. So I noticed when I was watching the video, which I need to release, it's exporting, or it should be exported by now. You know, when I was doing that yesterday and turning that off, which I just did, turn it back on, you see that little cut on my lower middle finger there? Stabbed myself with my Gerber yesterday trying to get a label off the produce. I tried to poke it underneath, and for somehow my hand ended up in the way and stabbed myself with my freaking Gerber knife. That's it's a pretty big blade to stab yourself with. Glad it was just a poke and not a major thing. We got another dog up here, so I'm gonna shut you down for a minute. Come on, shut off. Okay, it doesn't like that hand. Mm-hmm. What the hell are you doing? Come on. A little puppy out for a walk, guys. Yes, it is. Another puppy out for a walk. Cute little guy. Or girl. The other thing I'm struggling a little bit with is every time I start back up is getting the microphones reconnected. Pretty sure I remembered where I put which one, even though the Pocket hasn't come out today. And you're definitely not going to be able to set this up in the vehicle. That is definitely not going to work for you. So that's, of course, granted, I've done a lot of work to make the Pocket easy connection and plugged in and all that good stuff in the cars. And this guy here, there's no way, it's too big. So I haven't filmed in the car at all because I'm trying to keep as much on this thing as I can. Dude, would you please quit wrapping me up? He's trying to pee on a tree that's, like, you know, completely away from him. It's like 5 now, Mateo. We haven't even walked 1/8 of a mile. Oh boy. Oh. I didn't put the tracking on so I can spin around, and I am in the native app. Somewhere. There he is. Here's Mr. Sun. Everything's still in green battery-wise, so this thing shouldn't be being sluggish. What are we doing here? Come on, come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. Can't be tripping me, guys. Another little dog out there. They're out in the field, so they should be good. Okay. Get a windy little walk here. I don't know. I took the bigger pathway here, but I kind of want to look at the building, see what the progress is, because it looks like they've done some outside work on it over there. And after I talked to my friends that passed away, his widow, he actually got the contract to design that building. So unfortunately, he'll never see it completed. That's sad. So, and she does want to get a tree planted, but they're talking about tearing down the baseball field over here and doing what? I don't know. This park is kind of gone downhill, honestly. Used to be very pretty over here in the summertime. People would plant flowers and do all kinds of things, and the last 2 years, in fact, that one tree that was always really cool blooming, they cut it down. It's not even there anymore. So I don't know. That's why I don't really, we did this so much for that during the COVID thing, and now it's just kind of, it's lost its luster, as well as it's just the same old. But we've been over in a while, so take a quick little walk. I don't know where you're aiming at. I didn't put the tracker on, so that's my fault. Okay, so when it starts misbehaving, the best thing to do is just shut the thing off and then restart it. That has been my trick on basically all the models, but I just had to do it on this one. Someone left there. What now? Why aren't you? Oh, I'm not in follow mode. What mode is it in? I don't want spin shot. Now that's PTF. Oh, I think I've been in the wrong mode the whole time. Oh, no, because that doesn't lock. Okay, so that one's just basically, it's not going to lock that one. We don't want that mode. And we definitely don't want spin shot. So PTF is the one you want. So you can do that with the gimbal and it stays. Oh, and the wire just got caught. Oh, I didn't want to. Don't know if I'm hearing a plane engine running or a truck out that way. Kind of be neat. I have the 5X enabled. Now you can only go to 8X, but that's a plane running. Huh. I don't know if you'll see anything with the haze. Let's see if I can find Mr. Sun here. There he is. That's on 5.5. Mimo app. Okay, now I keep hitting the damn wrong button. He's a helicopter. He's flying away. And I'm not in 5X. There he is. Keep hitting the menu button, and if you just like tap it repeatedly, it actually shuts the gimbal off. So this thing's gotten like 5 restarts in the last 3 minutes. What you sniffing there, long ears? Oh, got a piddle. All right. Whew. Boy, that wind, it picks up. It's brisk when it picks up. Okay. Oh, it's not going to. That's right, I'm in the wrong. I'm not in the native app, so I don't need the, I can track it with the button instead of using the module. Yeah, you cannot use the module if you're in the Mimo app. The only thing the module is doing is actually running the mics. So, and you can connect 2 mic minis at the same time. So if you're doing like an interview type thing, you could actually run both through that receiver. So, oh, we got another little lake going on here. Splish splash, Priya. Taylor's probably not going to like that. He's actually doing pretty good about it, aren't you? Yeah, you're doing okay. Oh, you know, it's if the wind wasn't blowing, it'd be a gorgeous 50-degree day. But with that wind, it feels like it's probably 39 degrees outside. So hands are getting cold. Alrighty, what do you guys think so far? I mean, what's your impressions of the DJI OM7P? Like I said, mine is if you are starting out, you already just have a phone, and you want just a little bit, you know, some control. There's caveats with control. Like I said, the zooms and stuff, you gotta stop recording, zoom, start recording. That's another test I kind of wanted to redo. I don't know what subject I can use. Okay, there's a flag out there. Priya, come here. I want to see something once. Ooh, that's soft grass. Okay, so we are in the 0.5 lens. 0.5, not the 5X. Out there in the distance is the American flag. And did the lenses switch over? I feel like, now that's 15X, so it's going to be a little choppy. Let me stop it, restart it. We're at the 5X lens. Is there any difference? Did it actually switch lenses on the native app that time? Because yesterday I had it where it didn't change it. I can see it being helpful for someone that's, you know, solo creator, or you want to, even doing shorts and stuff. You can track yourself using the better native camera apps. You can use it for FaceTime. You can use it for anything that runs the camera, because it's a separate camera that's tracking you. So for me personally, I like the fact that it gives me something that I can zoom with, but it's a little less handy than just doing it with the phone directly for me. Gimbal wise, if I'm going to do a camera, granted you're looking at, you know, with the combo kit, you're looking at what, $669 plus tax for the Pocket 3, the mic minis, the mic 2s, all that stuff connects. I will be honest with you, Tim was saying he's watching an old video from the Sony TX30 days. He goes, you were in New York City and all of a sudden the wind picked up and it was just, your mouth's moving, but you're not getting any audio. You're just getting wind. So mics are important for doing this type of stuff. It makes it a more pleasant video, I think. But let me, there it goes. Now it's reactivated. Why is it looking up? I don't want you looking, turn down, come down. It's not letting me line it up. Jesus God, I gotta hold the thing above my freaking head to make it level. There we go. There's some issues. I mean, it's definitely not perfect. There will be more firmware updates. Biggest thing for me is, you know, I'm always walking with these dogs, and to try to focus on something this large has always been a challenge, and I haven't done it in so long. Definitely minimized with, you know, the shift cam and stuff like that, and then the Action and the Pocket. So for me, little cumbersome. That, and if you're someone that's, you know, shy like me or shyer, there's no hiding this. You know, the Pocket is smaller. You can kind of just aim it down and shoot and stuff. So it's to each your own. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. You guys seen enough of the park and heard enough of me rambling about this thing. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, questions, concerns, anything like that you want me to find out. I do want to do a night test yet. Alrighty, well, I never got out last night to do the fill light test, but I don't want to not include it in this video. So, in getting the mic connected, it's almost like you have to reconnect it every time. And let's look into that. Alright, so right now we don't have fill light on. Press and hold. You get the fill light. Now I believe that is set to bright white. So you got, there's the upper end. And you can turn the dial and bring the light down to minimum. Let me just see. Bring you around to me. Because you don't want to be too blinding for yourself. I don't know that there's a diffuser that you can get for this. That's a couple clicks up. I don't think that's quite full blast. He can get quite bright. Yeah, that'd be very blinding if you're trying to vlog with this thing. Let me bring it back down. Now, so if you click it again, you can actually change through different temperature settings. So depending on how you want the light to look. Personally, I like more of a, that's kind of blue. Goes to like the blue to yellow. I'm more of the white. You click it again, and then you can change your brightness again. So that is the fill light. How does it look? Obviously, it's not really a real world test. I'm in my room, lights off. It is daylight out again because it's morning, but I didn't want to not include this in the video. So, and yeah. We watched a movie and just things got away. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the morning as always. Have a good night and stay safe.